Welcome back to Thone's Nibbles number 112 on Acts chapter 23, Paul's promise from God. This comes from Acts 23, verse 11. But the following night the Lord stood by him and said, Be of good cheer, Paul, for as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so you must also bear witness at Rome. And this is really the beginning of a new ministry for Paul. I mean, he continued the other ministry, but sort of by letter, and that's what really all the letters that he wrote were about, was continuing the past ministry, checking on Ephesus, checking on Colossae, checking on all the places where he had been and started churches, and giving them advice and helping them. But this is a new ministry. It basically, the reason it's here is it declares Paul's new ministry field, and that is Romans. Who was it written to? Paul. This is a promise from God. So this comes from God to Paul, and later, no doubt, related to Luke, who wrote the book of Acts. Communications. Paul has promised that he would also teach of God's kingdom in Rome. And that's key here. This is something he had been wanting to do for years. I mean, he says that many times in various letters that he's written. What is the application to my life? Similarly, we who do God's will in small ways may be called in larger and unexpected ways to serve. Again, one of those kind of dangerous statements to make. God to me, be prepared for your calling. And my personal response, Lord, please guide me in whatever direction you wish me to serve. That is, there are many things that I could do which I might, in my mind, perceive as being serving God. I certainly do some of those things, and I hope in the Holy Spirit's willingness, I do this. This is my personal ministry. I have a ministry in churches also, but this is my personal ministry through the technological revolution, allowing me to speak to really as many people as want to listen. But I have a ministry in church. I am the music director, and at this particular moment when we are without a pastor, I do several of the things that pastors often do. I sometimes preach. I sometimes call business meetings. I sometimes, I do administrative kinds of things to the church as well as preaching, but that isn't, and the music, but that isn't my personal ministry. My personal ministry is this. Okay. So I hope and pray that my involvement in all of those ministries, both personal and at the church, are what God actually wants me to be doing. And in fact, I'm asking Him, if not, then guide me in a different direction. But so far, He hasn't done that, so I'm assuming that I'm doing the right thing. So that completes number 112. We're moving right along here. We're getting close. By this time next week, we'll be through Acts and into Romans. So until then, I just have a good day, and we'll see you next time.